Calorie burner. Calorie burner. My God is a calorie burner. He will do it for me.
Hi guys, welcome back to Enjoyy's Kitchen. My name is Otu and I am a content creator here on YouTube, and we do everything concerning lifestyle, vlogs, relationship talk, and also cooking. So welcome to my cooking episode, Otu's Kitchen. And for those of you who are new here, please, I would love you to do one thing for me, and that is subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you love videos like this and more, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and also you can watch more videos on my YouTube channel. Don't forget to click on the notification bell so you get to know whenever I post exciting videos like this, and you can hop on it immediately. Alright guys, so today in Enjoyy's Kitchen, guess what? We are going to be baking a cake. Yes guys, we're going to be baking a creamy chocolate cake. And that's not the exciting part for me. The exciting part for me is I'm using powdered whipped cream. How's that going to work? I'm sure you want to know, so stay tuned, relax, get a drink, get your paper and biro so you can write down all the ingredients that we're going to be using for this. Let's not waste time. Let me take you into the kitchen right now so I can introduce the ingredients to you, and we can start up our creamy chocolate cake.
Okay guys, so as you can see right here, I have all my ingredients that we're going to be using to make this amazing chocolate cake. Okay, these are the ingredients that I'll be using for the cake. It's actually very simple. I think for me, chocolate cake is one of the most easiest cake to make. All right, so for my whipping cream, I'm going to be using this Nutri Blend whipped cream. It's powder. I never knew there was a powder whipping cream, but yeah, that's what happens when you start learning about things. All right, so this is my cocoa powder. I've been using this cocoa powder ever since I started baking this particular brand, and it's been awesome, trust me. Also, I'm going to be using pure vanilla, the same brand that I've been using since I started learning how to bake. Here I have my flour, and I haven't opened it yet. I'm also going to be using sugar for this, and this is my sugar. I'm using Dangote sugar. I will be using eggs also. For this cake, I'm using just 2 eggs, right? I'm also going to be using 3 crowns milk. I love 3 crowns milk. In fact, that's the only milk you see me taking. Like, if it's not 3 crown, it's no milk, okay? Here I have my baking powder. I would also be using this, and also my baking soda, but I don't know why my baking soda isn't in this. So we're going to start baking our cake now. I'm going to be taking 1 cup of flour, and also half a cup and an additional quarter or so. This is the 2nd cup that I will be using for my cake, and I'm just going to measure this out now equally so I can put it in the sieve. When you're done putting your flour in the sieve, you have to, sieve it out. Why? Because, flour sometimes can have some stuff in it, because it's not like it was a sealed bag of flour I bought. I bought for people who sell cake stuff. So yes, of course I have to sieve it. And after sieving, as you can see, there are some little particles and stuff inside. So yeah, this is one reason why when you buy your flour, you don't just put it inside and start baking. You have to sieve it. Also, I'm gonna be using a cup of sugar. I think for the sugar, it's just going to be like how you want your cake to be sweet. So I know some people like their cake very sugary, and some don't like sugar at all, right? So it actually does vary. So when you're putting sugar, I think it's just up to you. I'm going to be measuring my cocoa powder now. I think for cocoa powder, it's very important for you to measure it, because if it is too much, it tends to give this bitter aftertaste, and I really don't think that that's something you want in your cake. So you have to measure it to make sure that you're putting the right quantity, so it all blends in with the flour and the sugar and all the other ingredients you'll be using to make your cake. So it's not like when you're eating, you're just eating coffee or something. You get my point? Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to sieve my cocoa powder too. Yes, I'm not sieving the cocoa powder because it has stuff in it. I'm actually sieving the cocoa powder so it can actually come out smooth, and then all the lumps in the cocoa powder can actually be taken out. Like you see here, I'm still going to take a spatula and actually, try and pull that and to the least like this. And then I'm going to take out the remnants and put it aside. At this point, I'm going to be measuring my baking powder and my baking soda. Okay, so when you're done sieving all of that, you're going to mix it all up together. Make sure that you have a fine blend at the end of it all. Now, one thing I didn't put in this is salt, and that is because I'm a sweet tooth, right? So I don't need no salt in my cake. But if you like, you can actually add salt to your cake. So after mixing it all up and have a fine blend, I'm going to be putting that aside, and then I am going to get a clean plate and break my eggs in it. Now this is the plate I'm going to be mixing all the wet ingredients. Now if you notice, I mixed the dry ingredients separately and then the wet ingredients separately. Sometimes people don't have time, like they just put it all in there together and then bake. Yeah, you can do that. I mean, if you don't have time and you're sure it to come out nice, I'm sure you can do that too. I mean, it's cooking. Everything goes right, until it doesn't go. But for me, I like to mix my wet ingredients separately. So yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing now. All right, so I have put in my eggs, and now I'm going to be putting in my granite oil. Also, I'm going to be putting in my milk. I'm going to use a cup of milk for this, and 1 tin of 3 crowns can't give you a cup of milk. Okay, you're still gonna need extra, and that's why you see me putting all 1 cup, and then I still added a bit to it just to make it a full cup of milk. Okay, so now we have almost all our wet ingredients together. And after putting that, I'm going to add a cup of warm water. Anyway, so now we have all our ingredients, our wet ingredients together. Now I'm going to try and mix this all up. Of course, you're not going to get a fine blend because, of course, water and oil cannot mix. That's not possible, right? So, but I'm just going to try and mix it all together and mix it all together, mix it all together, mix. After mixing it all up, I am going to take my bowl where I have my already mixed dried ingredient, and I'm going to like make a hole in the middle of the bowl, and I'm going to pour my wet ingredients in there. I would give you your tonight. Okay, so when you're done pouring your wet ingredient in that, all you need to do next is just mix it all up together and make sure you have a fine blend. So you just take your time, don't be in a hurry, mix this very well, slowly and steady, so you don't get to pour it all up or get lumps in your cake. Just mix it gently and slowly till you have a fine blend. So after having a fine blend of your mix, set that aside, and then I brought out my pan, as you can see, and I'm going to put a little oil in this so I can coat it. I was out of butter, so I wasn't able to use butter, so you can use butter to coat your pan. And after using butter, if you don't have parchment paper like me, you can just pour flour. And if you don't have parchment paper like me, you can just pour flour in there. And when you pour your flour in there, just make sure it's covered all the whole pan with flour, and then you pour your cake in there. All right, that's another method, but I love using the parchment paper, and why I love that is because I like the way it just comes out once. Like, I don't have to struggle with it. Now if you use flour, don't get me wrong, you're not going to struggle with it, but I just love parchment paper, like, because I mean, it's just like no serious mess to the pan, you get? Yeah. So I'm just going to line my parchment paper now on the pan, and after I've done that, I would pour in my batter as you can see me do. It's so pretty. Look how it looks like. Look how it looks like. So pretty. Okay, so I am done with the cake and I have put it in the oven. Now it's time for us to make our whipped cream. In a clean bowl, I'm going to put my powdered whipped cream, right? I'm going to put enough, that'll be okay. I really didn't know how this was going to come out or the quantity that was going to make it look okay. I really didn't know, but yeah, I just put that and then, you know, I was like, it'll be okay. So apparently to make this you need cold water, like really chilled water, almost turning block kind of water. So yeah, this is my water right now, and after I put the water down I was like, this thing might not be okay, let me add more to it. So I did. I added a little more whipped cream powder in it. After that, I put a cup of chilled iced water in that powder. So, you know, this is me now trying to mix it all up, you know, gently with my whisk. That my plate was too small for it, so I had to transfer it to a bigger bowl so I could be able to whisk it very well, and that's exactly what you see me doing here. I mean, when I was done with this, I was like, wow, this is beautiful. Like, it came out looking so nice. Guys, it came out looking so pretty. So pretty, I tell you. And after this, I just put it in the freezer and just let it to chill for a bit because my cake was not ready. Okay, so when my cake was ready, I brought it out, and guys, look at how pretty this cake looks. Like, it's not about, like, I wish you could taste it. It was so pretty. It was tasting so good, so rich, so sumptuous. I don't even know the word to use for this cake. At the end of the day, you can see how fluffy it is. It's so fluffy. It was so fluffy, guys. And I ate all of that chunk. I ate it. Like, I ate it. So at the end of the day, I kind of like cut this piece because I later found out that most of my friends didn't want cream on their cake too. Just a few of them wanted cream on their cake. So I just cut the portion to give the set of people that wanted cream. And I kind of like coated it with the whipped cream. And that's it, guys. Looking so pretty. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching this episode. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.